listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. I know that's a long intro, but it's the last time you'll ever see that. Welcome to GUFON. It is pre-Memorial Day Sunday, May 25th, 2025. So 525-2025. Call in right now. You have to be at least 18 years old to participate in a GUFON event. Again, today's date is 525-2025. Operators are standing by now. No, they're not. I'm joking. But I hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. Something happened. Yeah, I decided that because there was no show last night for the GUFOnians, I didn't want to dismiss the GUFOnians because we don't have that many. I thought about this. I'm going to do a subscriber show for 3 subscribers for RSA. And then I realized, well, it's not really 3, it's 10, but nonetheless, I thought it would be okay to switch it up and nobody would be offended if I did GUFON tonight for everybody. Because that's the kind of guy I try to be. Hey, Dorothy Hawkins. It's a $2 super chat right at the crack of show. Krakashoa. All right, I'll calm down. Thank you, Dorothy. GUFON, are we gullible or heavily propagandized? Yes. Oh, yes. But why? Why? We will go over that tonight, but if you take, what is it? The amount of money we spent, our military spends, I think you take the first 26 countries next in line, combine them all together, and it's still not as much spending as we spend on our defense budget. Something like that. It's a lot. I don't quote me, but it's a lot. We'll talk about it. Is it because we have every state's got 3 military bases in it? At least? Could it be all those secret flights from the poppy fields in Afghanistan back to Washington where they're sold, allegedly, for a very good price of what? See, it works. So we'll go over all that. Dorothy, thank you for throwing down $2. By the way, we need $1,000. That's all I'm saying. If anybody's got $1,000 and can throw it in there, great. Thank you. You know, us little by little, maybe we could do it. You know, 500, 200. We need $1,000. That's it. Just to finish out the month. Just $1,000. So whatever you can do. Thank you, Dorothy, very, 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 very much. And welcome to the show. Let's do a little roll call, shall we? Here we go. Kelly Lewis, Sky Allen, Brooke is Jeanette, the angel of GUFON, Dorothy, there we go. Samo, Gufonian, Beza, how you do it? Thor, Panku in our sides. Get it? The Thor, you know, because he's always nudging. He's a nudge, right? Marcia, how do you do it? What's up, Sean? All right. I was just trying to be cutesy. Brian Yates, how you doing? Welcome to this show. Brooke is, did I already say it? Huh? If I didn't, I'll say it again. Brooke is, welcome to. Hey, Teresa Pulio, my favorite last name to say. The favorite sounding name, Donnie Creel. It's the Donnie Creel Show, starring Rich Giordano. What is he doing? Good to see you, DC. Good to see you. Hey, Chicken Coop Confidential, throwing down a $2 super duper chat right at the crack of show. Thank you. That goes right into the crack of show. Thank you very much. Where is it? I didn't even see it on the thing dang. UFO 91, welcome to the show. David Wilcox, not. Welcome to the show. Where is it? What's this? Hey, because 2 B's are better than 1. Bob Perkins, how you doing? Here it is. Rolled up on it. Thank you very much. Look, I was starting off nice. We just need 996 more. That's it. What's 1,000 amongst family? I love you guys. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. All right. And if I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means it's a holiday weekend. It's very slow, but we got a lot of show to do tonight. So let's get started. Tonight's going to be interesting. Vern Dude, how do you say? What do you be? Welcome to the show. Well, that was a weird. Oh, what? You know, I don't know what happened. No, I'm not going to get into that. There's no reason to tell you about that. I'm trying not to waste y'all's time anymore with stupidity. Hold on a second. I don't know how it happened, but I'm getting notifications on everything I turn notifications off. So, you know, when I hear these beeps, I'm like, hey, man, where'd that come from? You know? Notifications and sounds, notifications. Let's turn that off. Forever. It doesn't have a forever on this. That's new. How can that be? How can they do that? That's for Facebook Messenger. I've always had it off because I get so many messages. And it's been off for 3 years. Well, now it's on. Not a lot of messages are coming through because I don't talk to anybody anymore like I used to. But, come on. Now something's going on with this. But they're coming through, and now there's not a way to stop it forever. 24 hours is the max. All right, let's get to the show. I want to show you this. Who here knows Guns N' Roses? Hey, Jammer Travels, how you do? Found you on Facebook. Me, I, of course, grew up enjoying Guns N' Roses. A lot of us did. Axl Rose was the eye candy for all of the rocker chicks out there. Couldn't understand it, but all singers got that. You know, Mick Jagger, for instance, you know, other people. Well, Brad Olson on Facebook posted this picture of Guns N' Roses, and they show Axl and Slash together on stage. Can you tell me who's who? That's right. Slash wears the hat. Good guess. Yeah, that's Axl Rose. I don't know. Hey, I think he quit drugs for the... So let's hope it's that and not diabetes. I'm so stupid. I gotta make it about me. All right, let's move on. So I wanted to show you this video too. We're gonna get you warmed up a little bit like we used to. A couple little shorts here and there. But poor Axl Rose. Holy macadamian. What happened? What happened? He quit doing drugs. And when I guess you quit doing drugs, you gain weight. They all do. It seems like these real heroin users. No fakies. How's this happening? Message. See what I mean? They're popping up. They never used to. All right, here we go. Potrazala. Remnants of an ancient gateway made of solid rose granite. What the dude? I just turned it off. I just put Messenger on. You guys heard me do it. Notifications are off. I normally don't play anything from Facebook either, but this was pretty cool. Interesting stuff. What'd you like? Is that it? Yeah, the Israel Patriot March 15th through the 23rd, 2026. Tickets are on sale. Get $300 off until April 30th. That's next year. Wow. You can go there for $2,950. That's not a bad deal. How many? You stay there how long? A week? 6 days and 5 nights. Or 5 nights and 6 days. Something like that. That'd be fun. I saw that, the Cousins Brothers, Third Phase of Moon. Well, Apollo, Asteria, is in Turkey. I just noticed today. Turkey. What a wonderful place. Hey, what's up? Where'd you go? Shaxi, how you doing? I also saw somebody else. Rich, Leadfoot, Jeff Garvey, there it is. Gyro, what's up, everybody? Good to see you, good to see you. Evasor. Evasor. Make aliens great again. Oh, wow, I didn't think of that. Hey, man. What am I, an idiot now? I'm an idiot. Why didn't I think of Make Aliens Great Again? But with it being the Memorial Day weekend, I did wear this, Gulf of America. America. We're going to make aliens great again. That's beautiful. You're welcome here anytime, ever, sir. Eva, sor. Eversor. 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 Crossreeve. Backwards. Rosereeve. Rosary. Rosary beads. Good to see you. Dorothy, I saw that Joe Rogan bested Zawi Hawass by asking how the granite got into the pyramids. Zawi claimed it was all local. Granite is 500 miles away. Right. Now, there's a lot of people in that field that think they built the pyramids around it. That's why. Can you imagine if they did that? They did it that way. I would imagine if they did this that way, they have such an incredibly sophisticated computer system. And I don't even know if you call it AI. I would call it the all-knowledgeable, the AK. And I imagine that they brought this thing to the quarry and it actually mapped out the ground at the same time dissecting every piece it wanted. And they would probably look on a screen or look up in the sky at some sort of hologram diagram of the printout, the layout. Everything was probably numbered. You're talking for the Grand Pyramid, the big pyramid, was it 2 million stones? They say it took 30 years. I believe it probably took 30 days. Probably to build the pyramid, that one. Probably. I don't know. But it is interesting how Zawi Hawass claimed it was just the local people. I did it with chisels and chicken wire. Stupid. He will die on the Egyptian sword and go down as the most corrupt. Right? He's the most corrupt of all the Egyptologists, or what is he actually called? He was the overseer of all the stuff and all that. I can't remember the name. I hear it in my mind, but I just can't word it. Good to see everybody piling in. Richard Doty. I keep hearing this over and over again, that Spaces is where all the drama is, on X. I heard it again today. Everybody says, why don't you do a show in Spaces? I said, yeah, where do I do it though? I mean, where? I mean, I know where. I'm just saying, where do I squeeze it in with everything we've got already? But there's some highlights here from King Milkfart Harassment Archive, Richard Doty and the Greer Mossad disinfo operation. I guess you could make anything a conspiracy, because you really can, if you get a group of people to, believe you. Or you actually have facts that support your claims of these insane claims that are being made. Highlights from Doty and his handlers' 4-hour space accusing Tupacabra, RPK, and Lil Pop-Tart of being paid disinfo operatives for Stephen Greer and Mossad. Okay, first of all, I was one of those people, not here today, but 3-4 years ago, I was accused of being paid by Greer from Eleganzo. Same group of shit fucks over here, right? Same group. You can see it. Oh, what am I doing? I'm sorry. I'm getting excited. You can see it here. Richard Doty speaks on active disinformation, and Greer says, I've been told by people with direct access he is getting paid by Greer. Bullshit. Bullshit. I know it's a lie. I know it. I don't care. Even if they are paid, nobody's got true proof. Eric names Mossad. Oh, please. Grider's research into Tupa and RPK's Greer post. Eleganzo has accused people of working for Greer before. Exactly. And we don't and never have. Dumb. A few seconds later, why does Greer pay Tupa and Red Panda? It's not just them. Oh my God, I wish I was here. God dang it. Reverend Darren Reed says it makes sense. Doty says it's a fact. Spaces are monitored. Of course they are. Doty says he recently spoke with Eleganzo. Doty says Chupacabra and RPK, idiots and narcissists. Are they? I don't think so. You know who's the idiot is? Richard Doty. Didn't he influence a guy to, off himself? Something like that? Yeah. Nice guy. See, what you're supposed to do is the right thing. Not just follow orders, Dick Doty. Because that's what Doty did. He followed orders. So what happens if he didn't do what he did and pull the psychological job? What if he didn't? So what? Nothing would have changed. He's a murderer. In my opinion, I feel like Doty, should go down for man too, but that's just me. When the truth comes out, people will eat crow. Red Panda Koala is lying mother effer. Give me a break. Prove it! They never prove it. I'm going to let someone else release the info because I don't want to get in trouble with the law. But if you know about it and are part of it, well, then you're, if you don't report it, that information's going to go on the internet and do harm to somebody. You're just as guilty as if you posted it yourself, dummy. He just fingered himself, everybody. Remember this. Richard Doty effed up when he said Elizondo worked for Space Force disinformation. King Milkfart was right. Elections get emotionally manipulated. Ryan Burns highlights the mystery drones. I've got recorded conversations. If you heard the other four voices on the other end, you would have no doubt. Anyway. Wow. Oh my God. You mean there's... Wait.
I could just ask you, Eric.
Okay.
The things. I've invited Rick to be the co-host.
Oh my goodness.
This is not going to turn into a space where we're going to get back into drama. Now, if somebody has a question...
I am playing this because it's a surprise show. We're not even supposed to be here, right? And I think we are the most gullible because we have the most sightings. And like Dorothy said in the beginning, lots of propaganda. I would have to account for half of the sightings for that alone, which is a lot. Thousands. And other things. But that's one of the reasons why we Americans see so many things, but it's not because we're gullible. We see stuff. And we've been seeing stuff for so long. And now everybody's got a camera on their phone. Whoever got a phone has a camera. And people are getting educated on what's going on. Everybody's familiar with the drones. There's hardly anybody on the planet, or in the United States, I should say, that don't know about the drones since November last year. Even before then. And now they throw in the spheres. And they're pushing the spheres just like the drones. Everything's going to be drones and spheres from here on out, for as far as I could tell. And jellyfish. So you got your three strange, unexplained, but most likely man-made objects that are going to be at the forefront of every sighting from here on out. Most people know what planes look like, but a lot of people don't know how cameras work. And when a plane's at a distance and it's not focused properly, or there's clouds in the sky, it could look like a tic-tac. You don't see the wings or the tail. Oy vey. Anyway, let's listen to this. Let's listen.
And Rick wants to answer.
So I wanted to play this to show you. I was telling you why. Because we're not only gullible, we're given bad information by bad people. And I think Dick Doty's one of those bad people. I don't care if he's got a kind face. I don't care. I don't care at all if he's got those round glasses that make him look smart. He's not. He's just very good at lying. But he's not perfect. But I don't like this. I don't like that Doty's back in this field doing what he's doing right now. And I haven't been paying too much attention, but now I want to. So this is where I'm being taken. And if anybody has any information regarding Richard Doty and what he's doing to anybody in the field, whether it be good, bad, or anything, send it to gufonradio@gmail.com.
That's right. But we don't want to spend 20 minutes on drama. So I just want to be real clear about that. If you've got a legitimate question.
I want to see what's here.
And it's not a bullshit question. I'll let anybody up other than Red, because I'm not going to let him come in here.
I logged on to the other one, but I guess this is the newer one. I think it's, we can have a nice chat tonight. I don't want to get into arguments with people. I won't that we're connected to certain. Are you following the movement, the disclosure movement?
Oh, here, hold on.
And you
let me go here.
Don't realize that there's people
okay,
out
229.
Are we implying that like Red's on some kind of pay with some?
I've been told by multiple people that have direct access that he is getting compensation. Now,
here we go again. I have been told by multiple people. Who? Give a name, I'll believe you. Greer isn't paying anybody. I'm telling you, Greer wouldn't do it because he wouldn't put his reputation, that's fragile as can be as is, he wouldn't put it on the line for some schlub out there. He just wouldn't. Unless something's in it for him. And I don't see these guys giving him anything that he needs. Not that I can tell.
Whether he thinks it's legitimate or he doesn't care, I don't know. That's for him to answer. But I don't think he would admit. If Greer were his handler, there's no fucking way. He's not going to probably go on a rampage like Pop-Tart did. Pop-Tart, nobody really knew what the hell he was doing because he would just be pumping Greer every fucking tweet he could. And I just thought, well, this guy just likes Greer, whatever, no big deal to me, right? And then something happened in his life that was very terrible, and then he just went off the rails. And as he was going off the rails, he decided to come clean on his whole deal with Greer. And so I didn't pay attention to it because I didn't even know if it was true. It was like drama that I didn't care about. But now we're where we are. We're where we are now. And now it's like, oh shit, well, maybe there is something to this. So now I've got to look into it to see, okay, what the fuck's really happening here? And so that's why I'm even talking about this stuff, is because, yes, I really believe that Greer is that kind of person that would find those kind of people and do whatever it is that they agree to do and compensate them. That is what.
Wow, that is really what Elizondo did. This is amazing. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. You're wrong. 1,000% wrong. Eleganzo would go on podcasts like, who was the guy that we couldn't stand? He used to eat on his show. What was his name? I can't remember. The gay guy. Anyway, total libtard. And he would fake friend me and make believe, oh, yeah, I hate Elizondo. And then he'd go back, oh, Elizondo's great. And who was that guy? I don't remember. Anyway, well, no, not Dan. No, okay. Anyway, Elizondo's the one who did all that. You see how they switch it? They don't know what they're talking about. This is amazing to me. Greer would never do this. That's something Elizondo would do. And did. Yeah, oh, Fessler, that's right. Yeah. The fist. Yeah. Thank you, Dorothy. Yes, he would go on that little show and then try, he would be on that show a lot. Same with the other guy who quit Ufology for 6 months, then came back and changed the name of the channel. The other Lou, he got wise to shit because Eleganzo screwed him over. You see, these people, and I don't mean all of them, I mean in ufology, okay? These people have a way of doing things that they'll switch it and everybody will think you're the jerk when they're the ones who are the initial jerk for doing what they did. That's what they do. And the more friends you got, the bigger following you have, the more people will believe. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense. The truth has nothing to do with the truth. It has to do with who likes who more. Great field. Great job, guys. No, forget about what Lou did. Nah, Lou never did anything like that. Pfft, give me a break. I don't know if Lou paid, but what he did, he gave them an appearance on their shows, which gave them subscribers. So, and also Lou would only go on shows, which was smart, that were small, trying to make it, because, oh my God, they would give Lou their heart to have him on the show. So Lou would go on there. He's got a friend that's going to fight for him for the rest of his life. Total manipulation. And Lou also made promises he never followed up with. It's amazing to me that this guy can get away with so much. And we're the bad guys for pointing it out. And we're the bad guys. Yeah, unbelievable. Elizondo has accused people of working for Greer before. Let's see what they say here at 6:41. Hello.
If he was
before the show, he was telling us. He told us why he was said.
Yes,
there's a criminal conspiracy working against me.
Yes,
and he wouldn't name
that's
the name.
The show.
He kind of implied that they were people that are working for Greer, Stephen Greer, but he literally said there's criminals. You wouldn't believe.
Why does Greer want to support Red and Two?
Well, it's just okay. Let me be clear. In my opinion, it's not just those two guys. It's a whole slew of other people. You want me to name the names, or should I just hold off on that?
Name it. Yeah, hell yeah, name the names.
Okay. Third Phase of the Moon.
Wait.
Billy Carson.
These are the people that are paid? Hold on. Let's go back. It's Third Phase of Moon, you schmuck. Doesn't even know how to speak.
Name the names. He kind of implied that they were people that are working for Greer, Stephen Greer, but he literally said there's criminals. You wouldn't believe.
Why does Greer want to support Red and Two?
Well, it's just okay. Let me be clear. In my opinion, it's not just those two guys. It's a whole slew of other people. You want me to name the names, or should I just hold off on that?
Name it. Yeah, hell yeah, name the names.
Okay. Third Phase of the Moon. Billy Carson. Eric Hecker.
What?
There's a few other names. Go ahead, Reverend. I want to let the Reverend speak. Go ahead, Reverend.
Oh, nobody else? That is so funny, man. This is great. Third phase of the moon. Thank God it wasn't third phase of moon. Woo! So they don't know, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. First of all, third phase of moon and Greer have had a working relationship for half a decade now. So they help each other, whether it's making documentaries or sharing information they get from their sources. For his third phase of moon knows everybody in this field pretty much. And they help each other. And it's been a wonderful relationship. Obviously, you see the awesome documentaries they put out every year. So, in a way, Greer does help make money for third phase of moon. Not third phase of the moon. I don't know who that is. But he doesn't pay them to attack Lou or anybody else. He doesn't pay the other people he mentioned. Guarantee it. When you make a claim like that, you need to have the actual video or audio evidence of some sort of proof. You got to have proof. I mean, that's total slander right there. And that's not good. That's very bad and not needed in ufology. It's tough enough. And I'd like to know, what's the purpose? Huh? What's the purpose behind all of this conversation? Greer is paying people to do vicious things to Lou, and nobody has any evidence of it. It's amazing to me. That's huge disinfo. Huge lawsuit right there. What did I say disinfo for? It's, what do you call it? Slander. Bad.
Are we implying that like Red's on some kind of pay with some?
I've been told by multiple people that have direct access that he is getting compensation. Now, whether he thinks it's legitimate or he doesn't care, I don't know. That's for him to answer. But
whoa. All right. Why does Greer pay Tupa and Red?
I believe why does Greer want to support
we already did
Red
that.
and Tupa?
Well, it's just, okay, let me be clear. In my opinion, it's not just those two guys. It's a whole slew of other people.
When the truth comes out, people will eat crow.
You're looking for more tips. You're looking for corroboration.
Here we go.
So at one point, when you get 3 or 4 people independently corroborating something, and then you take that information and you go to a source who has direct access to data, and you ask them, this is what I got here. Can you tell me if I am on the right page? And then they tell you, yes, you are on the right page. But I don't know that you should talk about this publicly. So that's why I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh my God. There's always a loophole. When anytime somebody's got something worthy of going public with, and it's a scam or a lie or disinfo, that's the loophole. They say, hey, wait, you may not want to go public with that just yet. Yeah, they drop little hints. They try to start little fires here and there, put feelers out to see what's going to get them the most views, clicks, and whatever else. Because for them, it's not about the truth. It's about money, making money off clicks, views, and whatever else. Isn't it? Then what's the purpose of all of this? I don't get it. Without proof, all you got is a bunch of yap. These are pretty big allegations. That's why I'm a little bit into this. This is huge. People are being paid to disrupt the life of Lou Eliganzo and others. We'll look more into that, I guess. I'm going to have to get in those spaces and find out firsthand. Very frustrating. I miss this stuff. I want to be in there. Get in there. You know, I noticed that when I did join one of those spaces, as soon as I started talking and doing whatever, they cut me off. So it's like, why even bother going there if they're going to cut me off? As soon as I started saying stuff about Eleganzo, wait, Rich, I wanted to ask you. Hey, whoa, wait. Everybody's so scared. It's weird. It's like, what do they know that I don't know? Oh, nothing. Because they're scared of their own shadows. That's why these people bootlick and suck up to Eleganzo. God, man. And also, when he comes on their shows, you know, a lot of people will be there just to hear what Lou has to say. Lou will always be that guy now. Anywhere he goes, people will want to hear what he has to say. For a while. For a minute. That's bad, because Lou's not a good guy. Not to ufology. He may be nice outside of ufology, but to ufology, he's a disinfo agent, in my opinion. Anyway, I digest. So, I gotta play you this. I'm just a little angry. I don't know, man. It's just whatever. I don't like people like him. Like Lou, like Rose Cuckold, like Richard Doty, like Dick Dolan. These people are not very nice behind the scenes. They're just not nice people. Not at all. I mean, really, really dirty. Like, this is why I have a problem with ufology, really. It's the people. A lot of these people, they're just dirty. And they don't care about anything but themselves. It's true. What is this here? Something just popped up. Hold on. What is this? All right, we got to watch this. Let me pull this up. I don't know if we've seen clips of David Grush. I know, me too. We're done with Doty. Get that dick out of here. I know, what a waste of time that was. I hear you. Yep.
Upfront about my first-hand knowledge until recently. I got some other security approvals through the pre-publication and security review process. And I did have some first-hand knowledge of some specific parts of the program. I'm currently drafting an op-ed that I'm going to release in a few weeks, and I will be discussing what I actually do know firsthand. I just could not overtly discuss that at the time, including at the hearing, because the Pentagon and the IC were sitting on some of my pre-publication and review.
So basically, he was lying when he was swearing an oath. God, I hate these people. Really. He's trying to justify lying. Well, I wasn't able to tell you anything because, I didn't have my approval yet. But now I can say it all. What? What a waste of time. Really? Oh, now you're going to tell us? So you want us to believe you now again? Does anybody not see a problem with this? You see, the thing is, we're so desperate, we don't care. And we'll take any evidence or any claim of evidence. We'll take it all in. We'll analyze the worst, the liars of the lies and the liants. We'll take all of the stories in. We don't care. We just want it. And then we'll decide. Right? It's very bad. Because now, David Grush cannot be credible. At all. It's over for Grush. should be over for Eleganzo, too. Really, it should be. I don't know why. I don't get it. Why the public is okay with these two guys continually lying like this. Oh, so now he's going to tell us the truth, guys. Now he's going to. I couldn't before, he said. You know, I was restricted. I could only tell you bits and pieces. So when they asked him certain things, he lied and said either, no, I can't discuss that, which isn't a lie, but he should say that on everything, and he didn't. Biologics? What does that mean? He didn't tell us anything. They were biologics. Do you understand what that word is? That means it was biological. Which means what? Living organism, right? I'm looking at biologics. Medications derived from living sources, like proteins and genes. That's a biologic. Yes, they are caffeine stew. Aliens are organic certified. Well said. How you doing, Brian Yates? I don't either. You know, sacred teachings. You know what I want? Well, let's get away from this. Let's get away from this, everybody. Forget this. Forget it. We know everything. No. You know what I mean? We know this whole story. We got it. No reason for me to go into this. And I wanted to, but I'm choosing not to now because you guys know. Get it out. So I did. Why talk about it? Well, the reason I like talking about it because I like putting those people in the spotlight, and I like to see what people think about it. And we all seem to think the same thing. Tired of the stories. We get all these new terms that really they're unnecessary. Just talk to us like a regular person and stop trying to confuse us. But they can't. They can't. They have a job to do. And their job is to give us bad information, good information, right information, wrong information. What? The truth, huh? A lie. Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They tell us the truth. Yeah. But you'll never know which one it is. Let me ask you this. Where are the aliens if they're all around us at all times? Loophole answer. There's a loophole answer, sacred teachings. Does anybody know what the loophole answer is? They're in dimensions all around us at all times. It's beautiful. You just can't see them. There's one right here, right next to me, right now. But it might as well be 1 billion miles away because it's in another dimension, in a different vibration, in a different frequency that I can't see. So if I change my frequency to something similar, I could see myself and possibly communicate. Hi. I saw you. Gotcha. I got it. All right. Stupid. I can't help it. I'm delusional. So let's get out of this before I get, got. All right. Oh, here's one. FBI's UAP team is outpacing Arrow. DNI, Tulsi Gabbard working on issue. Lou Elizondo. He's the issue. You get it? She's working on the issue of Lou Elizondo. She says we're finally getting a congealing. Oh, one of my favorite words. Jeff Garvey throwing down a $5 super chat.
Oh, hell yeah. Let the cream rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
It's hard for me to do now.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Cream's a rising. Cream's a rising. Oh, yeah. What was I saying now? Thank you, Jeff. A continuing supporter of GUFON. You really are. Been here a while, man. Everybody. Thank you. Thank you. You can help support GUFON. And we need 1,000 every night. But, well, we'll set it for 100. All right. And if anybody can help out, it goes right back into this. So we could drive around and look at that. And we can go over here and get this. And we can do that. It keeps us going. You capished? All right. All right. All the links are in the show description. Hey, if Jeff Garvey can do it, you can do it too. Thanks, Jeff. Oh, no, I meant that in a good way. We're finally getting a congealing of the right people, resources, and authorities to shed some light on this incredible mystery and give the information not only to Congress, but the American people. You, me, everybody. But that's not what Eligonzo's doing. We're getting the congealing of the right people. What a term to use. Do you really think the American people understand what congealing is? Just say we're getting the right people gelling. Make it easy. Damn. Oh, we gotta look it up. I don't even know who said they're congealing. I don't know. It sounds pretty racist. Yeah, here we go. Everything's about race nowadays.
FBI, on their investigations, their FBI investigations. What can you tell us about what they're finding? Is there anything new there?
Say word.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. First of all, America is getting a heck of their money spent very well with the FBI. I'm absolutely amazed how well they're doing. In fact, they're running laps around the Department of Defense's Arrow program that was established specifically to look at UAP. And the FBI team, it's a small but scrappy team of folks, are really doing one heck of a job. And I think if you look at Luna's recent statement that she said when she was asked about the FBI meeting that we helped organize in the skiff, she said it was a 10 out of 10. And that I guess Arrow now has some explaining to do. So the FBI is doing fantastic, but also we can't forget about Tulsi Gabbard and the DNI, the Director of National Intelligence, and the entire intelligence community. There are pockets of excellence that are working very, very hard behind the scenes also to try to help boost the FBI's efforts. And I think we're finally getting a congealing, if you will, of the right people, the right resources, the right authorities to finally shed some light on this incredible mystery and give the information not only to Congress, but the American people.
Do you know what he just said? You know what he really just said? Nothing. I really focused that time. He said, basically, in a nutshell, we've got a bunch of people here that are really doing a good job. They're working overtime, just pulling up the long late hours, doing the things that need to get done that, quite frankly, the last administration or two weren't able to get done. So they're just doing a really great job. I got to tell you, I give my hands off to them. But how would I clap? So we'll take off my hat, leave my head on, and congratulations to those who really put together a really good effort in the fight against tyranny. No. But that's all he said. He didn't say anything. He said something. And he could have said it in 16 words or less. That these people are doing a great job. They should get a round of applause for their efforts. Bing, bang, boom. You're done. You're not speaking about top secret stuff here. Blue, whatever your name. No, really, I can't stand the guy. I'm sorry. Not, but 60 minutes. Nah, I can't even show you that. Oh, I got to show you this. All right, one last. I can't believe all the Eleganzo stuff. So, Boo-hoo Lou on the U.S. Air Force fighter jet hit by a UFO in restricted airspace a few days ago. This is the first time, he says, we heard of an actual mid-air collision. Nope, not true. This goes to show you Lou does not know anything about the history of ufology. I'm sorry. I got a little agita. I get a little excited. My inoids start getting agitated. Capiche? He says some of these objects are coming so close to combat aircraft that they are literally splitting that combat formation down the middle. And do something. So we're just allowing UFOs to just fly anywhere they want, get eerily close to our fighter jets, and not responding to commands? Who are we? I guess you could do anything to us here in America. My God, you could even fly your drone right up our ass, and nobody's going to do anything. Well, I don't know how long ago this was. Well, let me see. What does it say? Nothing. Go.
Administration that admits in 2023 an orange and white UFO crashed into an Air Force fighter jet during a routine training mission.
Ain't
the
that
UFO
some
caused
shit?
so much damage to the $60 million jet that it was forced to land. The UFO that crashed.
If I was to rate this, I would give it 2 snaps and a woohoo.
Crashed into the fighter plane. What do we know about that?
Woohoo!
Well, the problem is that we really don't know much, and therein lies the challenge, right?
I don't know much, but I know I'm Big Lou.
When you have an incident involving a $40 million combat aircraft, and only the details now are starting to be released through Freedom of Information Act and FAA, there's a problem. Now, we've been saying for the last 8 years since I've been out that there have been dozens upon dozens of these near-air collisions that have occurred with military and civilian and commercial pilots. This is not just happening with military aircraft. Now, this is the first time we heard of an actual mid-air collision, but some of these,
it isn't.
These objects are coming so close to combat aircraft that they are literally splitting that
down the
combat
middle.
formation right down the middle.
It's
so you can
amazing.
imagine how close combat aircraft fly when they're flying in formation. Now imagine a UAP coming in right between them. So this is nothing new. And I think, you mentioned earlier, why is the administration having the conversation now? And I think it's because this has really become the worst kept secret in American history. It's been 80 years of suppression and misinformation. And we're at the point now where I think the administration realizes that America can handle the truth.
Everybody here knows that he's bullshitting. And they all are. Not just him. They all are. Because if our government really wanted to show us, they would. And they're not. And there's a reason for it. They need the cover story for the things that go bump and are bright in the night. And that's why. Now, let's say our government says, you know what? All right, you got us. 90% of the stuff out there, maybe 95%, it's us. So who's the other 5% belong to? Well, I'll be honest with you, and you're not going to like the answer. Just tell us, what do you know? We don't know. We could only assume it's China because they're the only ones that have that type of technology. Unless what? No, nothing. Nothing. Unless what, Colonel? Unless it's really an invasion of aliens. Oh, come on. Well, you guys haven't seen the evidence, have you? Can we get the video that we got from the cockpit? Get me the Ryan Graves video. They turn down the lights, and you hear the flickering of the camera rolling. Because, you know, it's high 8. Here's where Ryan takes out his cell phone. Now, I know he's not supposed to have it on his craft. We all carried our cell phones, didn't we? You didn't have cell phones back in the 40s, ass face. Oh, yeah. Anyway, they look at this video and they go, oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, my God, no. Oh, what's that? No. Oh. We can't show that to the American people. What did they just watch? I don't know, but it made them act that way. So anything that made these guys that have seen it all that way, we can't handle it. You know that, guys. It's too delicate for our little brains to handle seeing something, and we don't know what. They don't even give us a chance. Actually, that's not true at all. We've had our chances. Plenty of times. And what do? We shoot at them. Bigfoot? Come on, that's an alien if it isn't. It's got to be. Right? It's got to be an alien. He's just here to visit. Maybe he left his toolbox in a tree somewhere on a branch. He don't remember. They all look alike. He's branching out. I don't know. Maybe he leaves it behind. Oh, hey, don't bark at this guy. Oh, I can't stop. It's crazy. It's like planting a seed of doubt. Oh, another one. I can't stop it. Anyway. I'm making myself laugh. All right, let's go for a ride. We got more? Oh, we got a lot of more. Come on, Eileen. Oh. All right. This is a story of a man named Whistleblower. Dr. Dan. Dr. Dan posted this today. UFO debunker becomes the witness. You understand? You see? 1952, Lieutenant Colonel Richard French, or as we like to call him, Dick French, said he saw two aliens. I can't say this. Fixing a UFO underwater. So what did he do? He filed a fake report and he told the truth decades later. What a guy. What a guy. Nice. That to me doesn't seem credible. But it is. Because they were scared to say anything. Do you know why? Because they would be what? Gassed. Right. Fired. They would be fired. They would be gassed, then they'd be fired. Well, they'd have to lose their memory of everything. So like in Mission Impossible movies, you know what happened in Back to the Future? Hey, Marty, she'll be out for a few minutes. She won't remember anything. She'll think it was all a dream, an illusion. Hey, Doc, you don't have to drug my girlfriend. Fuck her, Marty. Fuck her. I plan on it, Doc. I plan on it. But I'd like her awake. Oh. All right, watch this. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. It's all good. Saul Goodman. Check this out, yo. The debunker becomes the witness. This guy's probably the most credible bullshitter you obviously go.
You could see down as much as 200 feet in it, but what I saw down there were two UFOs parked side by side.
Hey, can I just say something real quick? I didn't know until now. Why is he reading his own experience, yo? I mean, what's going on? If it's the truth, what do you need? A piece of... He's got to read about his own... Oh, yeah, I forgot. It was like 80 years ago.
But I couldn't see anyone around either one of them. Then a little later...
He saw two UFOs side by side go.
Parked side by side, but I couldn't see anyone around either one of them. Then a little later, someone moved one of the UFO occupants, and I guess go ahead and call him what they are, the alien, moved over to the side and came into my line of sight. Very soon after that, he came out of the water going approximately 100 miles an hour. As soon as he broke the surface of the water, he increased his speed to approximately 2,500 miles an hour and quickly went out of sight. He was gone for about 15 or 20 minutes. He came right back, when it slowed down very much, went in the water again at about 100 miles an hour, went on down and he and the other one, you could see them working on the UFOs. They, after about approximately 2 hours of apparently performing maintenance on the UFOs.
How does he know that's what the aliens were doing underwater? They were doing maintenance, he said. Guys, I gotta tell you, how stupid are we? Really, I mean this. How stupid are people? Pretty stupid. And I mean that with no respect. Because these are people working in government. Right? I'm going to look at what you guys are saying. Because I've seen some comments from Ben, the Yorkshire Griffonian, at Sean. I've never seen so much division. In every community, we've been divided. I think it's intentional. Every community is fractured. Churches, other hobbies I have, everywhere. That's true. Ufology is not just the only place that's got a lot of drama and a lot of disinfo. Believe it or not, pretty much every place you go to will have some sort of negative person, or there's always one at least, right? No matter what, you're going to have somebody who doesn't like what you're doing, and they're going to let you know about it. I think there's a frog outside my window again. It's going. The alien forgot to get his parking pass validated, so he had to return. Why not? He might as well. Right? That's as good as him saying, oh, they're doing maintenance on there. Maintenance. What are they doing? Recharging the dilithium crystals, you jagoff. Billy Meyer made better special effects than George Lucas. You know, he did at that time. You got that right. You know why? Because they were real. Shh, Billy Meyer. Bigfoot is an ape? Period official. Are you saying he is an ape? Or you're questioning, because I'm not following. That looks confusing right there, Mr. P. I'm so, Ben says, Brian Yates, says, I'm so tired of all these people telling us a story instead of the story. God, I love that. Ben, the Yorkshire Griffonian. Sean, that's why I try to get things from both sides and then an outside perspective now on everything. It is by design, the old rule, divide and conquer. And it's working. You got that right. Eversword. Demons. You know, not to laugh, but why not? Maybe that's why there's so much division and hostility. And hey, maybe it infected me. Right? I'm not special. I'm just as out there as anybody. But I'm not special to be made quiet. You know what I mean? I'm not that guy. I don't have 1 million subscribers to be influencing a lot of people that way. Chicken Coop says, maybe we share the planet with a species more highly advanced than we are. Well, I think so. We already share the planet with not as highly advanced species than us. So why is that so hard to believe? Wow, you just blew my mind. So wait a minute. So where are they? Are they living underground? Are they living, honest to God, and I mean this, are they living right next to us in another dimension where it's all different but the same? Scares me. Sean became a member of Truthology for Ufology. Thank you for that support. Say word. Thank you very much. And when it comes up on the screen for me over here, I'll pop it up again. Thank you for doing that. Metalhead says Bigfoot DNA shows half human and half alien and half unknown. I'm joking. Yeah, they are. If Bigfoot is legitimate, I believe it's a hybrid myself between an ape and a human and an alien. See, I think what they did, the aliens or whoever made Bigfoot, they gave an ape the human brain so it could have the power of the ape, right? And what happened was when they added the alien DNA, it got really smart. And you know what else happened? That's right. That's right. It became legendary. See, this is what I don't like. I don't like it when a skeptic, and I'm not going to just point the finger at the skeptic, but they're included in this, and there are some doctors or biologists or, pardon me, neurologists, people who work with the brain, say that when you're in fear for your life, the brain will hallucinate. And you may see a bear as Bigfoot. I think I've been in fear for my life 5 times. 5 good times I've been in fear for my life. Thought I was going to die. Maybe 6. Not once did I look to the person, the dog, or anything next to me and go, oh, we're going to die. And, it's Mothman or Bigfoot. You know, no. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. That is a cop-out answer to not having a real answer. You can't explain Bigfoot, so you explain some imaginary defect in the human brain. That doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I've looked for it. There's no studies that show that people hallucinate Bigfoot when they see a bear. There's no study. It's all hyperbole. No, I don't know. What does that mean anyway? I always wanted to say hyperbole in a sentence. Hey. My peeps. What did I say?
The two of them took off together again. We went and left the water at about 100 miles an hour, immediately accelerated to well over 2,500 miles an hour, went virtually straight up and disappeared.
I like how he points like this, virtually straight. That's not straight up, Chief. That's straight up. Not that. That virtually went straight up. Wise. 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 About things in the skies. Skies. Oh my God. Wait. I got a really... This is going to make people angry right here, what I just figured out. Nobody else is talking about this. I realized something that was just said that is very bad for the credibility of ufology. So check this out. Representative Burleson, you know who that is in contact with an individual who claims the U.S. has discovered a new type of propulsion, and the Tic Tac UFO is Lockheed Martin. He says he has video of the first, second, and third iteration of the Tic Tac. I did see a photo. It's nothing that I've ever seen. So you know what that means. Does anybody know what that means? Let me post it. If I can, let me see. You guys, you know what this means? It means we were lied to for 8 years, constantly, about the Tic Tac. If it's Lockheed Martin and they knew it, they lied. So now we got to believe them. Now they want us to start believing them? Are you kidding me? What's up, Jason Semero? How you doing over there? Yeah. Chicken Coop says, octopus and chameleon are two examples of an organism that can disguise itself true form. True. Dan Peters says, I was told 30 years ago it was hybrids to a point, mostly ape. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. But I thought it was half man, half alien, half ape. Thor says, Rich, if a man can transform into a werewolf, why can't a bear be a Bigfoot? Oh, no, that's different. Of course a bear can't transform. That's not what happens. No. What I mean is when they say a woman saw a bear, she didn't see Bigfoot. Her brain, because she was scared, made her see what looked like a Bigfoot. Because it was dark out and it was dark features and it was hairy and she really couldn't tell what it was. So her brain filled in the gaps. This is what they say, or his gaps, and give us a false representative of what Bigfoot is. And it was just a bear. However, what you say, if the werewolf is true, let's say the werewolf is true, why couldn't a bear turn into a Bigfoot? And what if, oh, wait, oh, is that what you mean? I didn't think of that. I'm stupid. Hold on. I'm stupid. Yeah. I didn't, for some reason, want to believe what I was reading. Now, I don't know why I did that. But what if it's true? What if Thor is right? What if a bear does turn into Bigfoot? Not an illusion. Huh. Interesting. Didn't think of that. What if a bear, because bears are, but when they stand on two legs, they're about the right height for Bigfoot, right? 8 feet, 7, 8 feet, male or female. Oh, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. I hope it's real, Thor. I hope we can turn into these things in the future, in the past, and maybe now. I can't speak. Oh, I was going to play this. Yeah, Burleson is in contact with an individual who claims the U.S. has discovered a new type of propulsion, and the Tic Tac UFO is Lockheed Martin. He says he has video of the first, second, and third iteration of the Tic Tac, and he did see a photo of it as well. It's nothing they've ever seen. Go. Oh, 3, 2, and go.
To say that the Tic Tac is a Lockheed Martin creation. The latest person that came to me says he has video of the first, second, and third iteration of the Tic Tac, and he's going to show me. So I'm trying to set that up. The way he describes it is that they had a prototype, they've made changes to it, they've made it more advanced, and then now it's in iteration number 3, which I did see a photo of, and it looks like pretty advanced military like craft, like a plane, but it's clearly human made. It's nothing that I've ever seen, our military has, but his claim is that they have discovered a propulsion that's a new type of propulsion. They used it in the first iteration, which was the Tic Tac. They have an intermediary one that they are more advanced with, and then now they're putting it inside of what looks conventional, so that it's not obvious.
Disguise. Oh, that's interesting. So you're saying eventually the tech makes its way into things that we're already familiar with.
Interesting. So they're disguising it? Is that what he's saying? Disguising the tech? That makes sense. That makes sense. But we still have not seen a Tic Tac UFO. So when it comes down to it, everything he just said is bullshit. The whole Tic Tac thing's a lie. It has to be. It's a cover. I don't know if it's a cover for the real alien invasion. I don't know if it's a cover because accidents happen and technology drifted into a populated area, maybe. People saw it. They had to use the alien or unidentified, we don't know what it is, excuse. And we've been stuck with that excuse since 2004. Not really. Since 2016, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. The whole thing. And we still haven't seen one. Still. We haven't seen a Tic Tac on video. Allegedly, all the evidence is over the ocean, right? But none over land. Well, I haven't seen any over the ocean either. Nobody's videotaping these things. Nobody's convinced me, and not very many people are convinced that a Tic Tac has been recorded. Because a lot of the Tic Tacs out there are misidentified airplanes out of focus, in a fog, or The lighting is just so you don't see the wings, the tail, the lights. You wait long enough and you will see a flash, from the landing, not the landing lights, but the FAA lights. You do see them where the wing is supposed to be. It's very clever. But so far, we have not seen any UFO or Tic Tac doing this kind of movements. We haven't seen it. Sorry. We haven't seen it. That's all I can say. That's my opinion. And I think it's a fact, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. I want to change speeds here. Let's go to this video. 4-minute mark. I'm going to go to the 4-minute mark in this video and show you something. Something creepy. I think this is it. Yeah. Let's take a look at this. I believe this is creepy. Just to change up stuff. Here we go. Disturbing. And this comes from Classified Captures. Oh, I thought I subscribed. Oh, that's right. This is amazing. Watch this.
It's expected that by now, most people have heard the strange rumors about Tesla cars detecting things that the human eye can't see, including allegedly ghosts and unseen entities. But this next story adds even more fuel to that chilling story. A man was sitting in his Tesla parked right outside the emergency entrance of a hospital. The cameras were running, and everything seemed completely normal. But then, something unusual appeared on his Tesla screen. The car's sensors suddenly picked up multiple figures walking near the car. These outlines, usually meant to identify pedestrians, appeared to be moving around the vehicle, but when the driver looked around in real life, no one was there. He even used his phone to film this scene, panning the camera across the hospital entrance and parking area, and still nothing. Yet the Tesla insisted people were walking right beside the vehicle. Not just one or two blips, but repeated movement as if invisible figures were walking back and forth. Now, we could chalk this up to just a glitch if this were the only time it ever happened, but it's not. There have been countless reports of
that first place you just watched, that's where dead bodies were. I can't believe that it's picking up images of dead people. It's dead. That's really cool. It is. Here's another one.
Of Tesla vehicles detecting ghostly figures, especially near graveyards, hospitals, and accident sites. The pattern is hard to ignore.
Oh, this was a good one.
Some people believe that Tesla's advanced sensor systems may be picking up electromagnetic disturbances or energy signatures that our human senses cannot perceive. Simply put, ghosts. So are Teslas really seeing ghosts? Are the sensors defective, or is every single person posting these clips staging and lying about them?
Nope. That's pretty cool. What it is... I don't know. It's pretty cool, though. That's a good channel, by the way. I'm going to put the link to the videos I play in the show description after the show. So, Classified Captures. This guy does... It's a 2-hour video, and he does such a good job. Oh, I want to show you one more. One more. This is creepy as it gets. I love this. I love the paranormal. I had to pull it back up. Okay, you ever see that movie with Nicolas Cage where he's possessed as that devil and he's fire? Just remember that. Because you're going to see that here. It's creepy. Oh, no. It could be pareidolia.
The clip soliciting views. If you haven't already noticed what I'm referring to, take a good look. Take a close look at this image. What do you see through that door? This was captured during a firefighter training exercise. The team was running drills in an abandoned house that had been set on fire as part of the simulation. Everything was going as planned. The team was moving in as instructed, preparing to enter through the front when someone noticed something strange. Right there at the open doorway, this eerie humanoid figure seems to be peeking out.
The hat.
At first, you might think it's just the flames and shadows.
The smile, the
tricks,
mustache.
But look closer. It's not just fire. This thing has shape and form, and what's creeping everyone out was the face. It almost looks like a person engulfed in flames, but
wearing
somehow
overalls,
smiling, leaning slightly from behind the door frame and staring straight at the firefighters. But there was no one else inside the building. It was confirmed empty. Everyone is accounted for. So if that's not one of the firefighters and there's no victim inside, what exactly are we looking at? Some are saying it's just the way the fire formed for a brief second, an illusion, but others believe this could be some kind of entity that made itself visible for just that moment.
Isn't that weird? Oh, I don't know. Even the nose where the skull would be is blacked out, like a skull nose would look like. And, it's a little off-centered, but you can see his body, and it looks like this fell off of here. Like this was attached right here, you can see. And it just fell to the side. But his body, it's all fire. So wicked cool. Anyway. Richie liked that one. All right, that's it for tonight. I want to say thank you for hanging out on a pre-Memorial Day show. Thank you, moderators, and super chatters, and all the good vets and those who went to battle for this country. Thank you for your service. And let's do this real quick. Hold on. Let's do this. Oh, Richie. All right. So we're going to get out of here tonight. And with that in mind, going into tomorrow in a few hours, is Memorial Day for those who have served this country and paid the ultimate price. For them, we pray for your everything. I'm not good at this stuff. Pray for your family, pray for you and your soul for protecting what we believe. And without that, we wouldn't have this great country where we can say what we want to an extent. We have freedom of speech. We have the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence is probably the greatest document ever made, ever signed, ever to be in use. Anyway, thank you, America. Thank you, everybody, Gufonians. And if you ain't looking up, well, you're not looking out. For ufology. And truthology for ufology. He does it for you. Oh, that was creepy too. Yikes. All right, we're going to leave you with this. In a great country of America, America the Beautiful. Good night, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow on Rich Saves America, 7 p.m. Special show. We all love green. Say word.